Behold,
I am Acererak, the Eternal.
within the dark corridors of my creations, I await those daring enough to challenge my intellect.
Born of mortal flesh but transformed into an immortal being of pure necromantic energy, I now exist beyond the grasp of time and mortality. My form, once recognizable as that of a human, has been warped and twisted by the dark energies I command, now resembling a macabre visage of death itself. My existence revolves around my insatiable hunger for power and knowledge, driving me to construct elaborate labyrinths and tombs filled with traps and horrors to ensnare the unwary. From the shadowy depths of my crypts, I scheme and plot, seeking to expand my dominion over both the living and the dead. The Tomb of Horrors, my crowning achievement, a testament to my genius and cruelty. A labyrinth designed to entrap the souls of the unwary, feeding my ceaseless hunger for power. Here, I challenge the bravest to a game of wit and resolve. My strength lies not just in my mastery of necromancy but in the cunning traps and riddles that guard my domain. Yet, in my pursuit of power, some say arrogance is my flaw.
They believe this arrogance is the key to my undoing.
How little they know.
My quest for power is unending. The rumors you hear of new tombs and dark magics are but a glimpse of my ambition. To stop me, you must journey through realms forgotten, confront magics ancient and terrible, and face the very essence of fear. To those who dare seek me out, to challenge the depth of your courage and intellect, know this: your journey will be perilous, filled with terrors unimaginable. But to best me, to unravel the mystery of my power, that is a feat worthy of legend. Soul Harvest. Acererak can drain the life force from his victims, storing their souls within his phylactery or using them to fuel his dark magic. This ability not only regenerates his own power but also traps the souls of the fallen, preventing resurrection and using them to augment his spells. When Acererak reduces a creature to 0 hit points, he can choose to harvest the creature's soul. This prevents any form of resurrection unless Acererak is defeated. Each soul harvested grants Acererak temporary hit points and enhances his spellcasting abilities for a limited duration. Cryptic Command. With a mere gesture or utterance, Acererak can bend the will of the undead, summoning legions to his side or compelling them to perform complex tasks. His command over the undead is absolute, making him a formidable general in battles against the living. Ethereal Shift. Once per encounter, Acererak can become ethereal, moving through objects and creatures as if they weren't there. While ethereal, he is invisible and intangible to those on the material plane, except those with the ability to see into the ethereal plane. This ability lasts for a few rounds, giving Acererak a tactical advantage to reposition, escape, or ambush his foes. The Chamber of Reflection. As adventurers journey deeper into Acererak's tomb, they come upon a chamber filled with mirrors of various shapes and sizes. Each mirror reflects a distorted image of the room, creating a disorienting maze of reflections. In the center of the chamber stands a pedestal with a single crystal orb atop it. The puzzle lies in deciphering the correct sequence of reflections to reveal the path forward. Solution. To solve the puzzle, adventurers must manipulate the mirrors to align the reflections in a specific pattern that forms a clear path to the exit. Each mirror can be rotated or adjusted to alter the trajectory of the reflections. Observing the environment carefully, they must identify clues hidden within the reflections themselves, such as symbols or patterns, to determine the correct configuration. Once the correct sequence is achieved, the crystal orb on the pedestal emits a faint glow, indicating that the path forward has been unlocked. The Riddle of the Scales. In another chamber of Acererak's tomb, adventurers encounter a set of scales suspended from the ceiling, with a series of pedestals scattered around the room. Each pedestal holds a different object, ranging from precious gems to mundane items.
The scales remain perfectly balanced, but the weight distribution changes as objects are added or removed. The puzzle lies in determining the correct combination of objects to achieve balance and unlock the chamber's exit. Solution: to solve the puzzle, adventurers must carefully consider the weight of each object and its significance within the context of Acererak's domain. Some objects may hold symbolic value or relate to specific themes associated with the Archlich's powers or history. By experimenting with different combinations of objects and observing how they affect the balance of the scales, adventurers can deduce the correct arrangement.
Once the correct combination is found,
the scales stabilize, and the chamber's exit opens, allowing passage to the next stage of the tomb.
Plot hook: the lost relic. Rumors swirl of a powerful artifact hidden within one of Acererak's cursed tombs. A relic said to grant its wielder untold power.
Adventurers are drawn to the challenge of braving the treacherous depths of the tomb, navigating its deadly traps and eluding the grasp of the lich's minions in a race against time. But as they delve deeper, they discover that the true test lies not in securing the relic, but in confronting the malevolent intellect of Acererak himself, who watches from the shadows, amused by their futile struggles.
Plot hook: the sorcerer's bargain. Desperate for arcane knowledge or seeking to rid themselves of a powerful curse, a group of adventurers seeks out Acererak, rumored to be the repository of ancient secrets. Through cryptic clues and whispered rumors, they navigate a labyrinthine path that leads them to the lich's lair.
But gaining an audience with Acererak comes at a cost, one that may require them to undertake a perilous quest or perform a dark deed in exchange for the knowledge they seek. Little do they realize that in striking a deal with the Archlich, they may be sealing their fate in service to his malevolent schemes.
Plot hook: the final confrontation. As whispers of Acererak's machinations grow louder and bolder, a coalition of brave souls gathers to mount a daring assault on the lich's stronghold.
United by a common purpose, to rid the world of Acererak's blight, they prepare for a battle that will test their courage and resilience to its limits. With the fate of the realm hanging in the balance, they must navigate a treacherous journey through the dark heart of Acererak's domain, confronting legions of undead horrors and deadly traps at every turn. But as they draw closer to their ultimate goal, they realize that defeating Acererak will require more than mere strength of arms. It will demand a cunning mind and a willingness to face the darkest depths of their own souls.
Will you be the one to challenge the dark? To write your name across the stars as those who faced Acererak and lived to tell the tale? Venture forth, if you dare.
In your Dungeons & Dragons campaigns, the presence of Acererak can transform ordinary encounters into unforgettable nightmares. Embrace his sinister legacy and explore new avenues for villainous storytelling. With Acererak as your muse, you can craft adversaries that drive the narrative forward with unparalleled intensity. From cult leaders scheming to resurrect the Dark Lich to necromancers thirsting to wield his mastery over death, the possibilities are endless. These nefarious individuals seek to tap into Acererak's dark power, using it to further their own ambitions and spread chaos throughout the realm. Picture a cult dedicated to resurrecting Acererak, with fanatical devotees willing to sacrifice everything for the chance to serve their malevolent master once more.
Or envision a cabal of necromancers, each seeking to emulate Acererak's mastery over death, driven by a twisted desire for immortality and dominion over the living and the dead.
As a dungeon master, you have the power to bring these adversaries to life, weaving intricate plots and schemes that challenge your players both morally and physically.
Embrace the darkness of Acererak and unleash it upon your players.
Craft encounters that leave them trembling with anticipation,
as they face foes driven by an insatiable thirst for power and a relentless desire to fulfill the dark ambitions of their master. For more tales from the depths of the crypt and guides to mastering your adventures, subscribe. The legend of Acererak awaits.